Rising costs are hitting families everywhere, from rent and utilities to credit card bills. This morning, we're talking about a new tool designed to help people manage those expenses without turning to traditional high-interest loans. And joining us now is Dennis Kale. He's the CEO and co-founder of Zirtue, a Dallas-based app redefining peer-to-peer lending. And it's good to talk to you again.
Thank you, Kara.
We spoke a few weeks ago, but Dennis, let's talk about what inspired Zirtue to create the Bills Pay Loans feature. This is fascinating and how it's currently helping people in this economic challenging time.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. And after a few years of processing loans between friends and family on Zirtue, what we realized is that the loans that were getting approved the most were loans that were being sent directly to the biller instead of to the person. So just to give you a data point, 70 loans that loan requests on Zirtue from borrowers are 70% more likely to get approved by friends and family if and when they know that loan is being used to pay a specific bill versus going to that person for food, gas, and water. So we took that data point and said, okay, how can we expand on Zirtue's biller network? And we spent the last 2 years really working on that to expand to over 40,000 billers that consumers can now use on Zirtue Pay to borrow money to pay pretty much any biller in the country, whether it's a national, regional, or local biller.
Okay, so let's talk about how the bill paying loans feature actually works. What makes it unique compared to other applications out there?
Yeah, it's super simple. So you go to Zirtue.com, you select the biller that you want to pay, you do a search, you attach that biller to a loan request that you're about to make to a friend or family member. That family member sees, oh, when I approve this loan, it's actually going to go directly to the biller instead of to the person. So they're actually more inclined to approve that loan. And then they add a personal note. Once they submit that request, Zirtue takes care of the rest. The family member approves the loan, and instead of sending it to the borrower, we send the money directly to the biller.
So we thought this was interesting at this time of year because we're seeing people who are already pretty tight right now, and then they're having to try to buy Christmas gifts and things like that.
Yeah.
What, from your experience and stories, have you seen? What does this do for people? How does it help them in the long run?
Yeah, I mean, we know that 60% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. We also know that same number cannot afford to pay a $400 unexpected expense. So that means if I'm on my way to work and I happen to have a flat tire, I'm going to have to make a decision if I'm going to pay my light bill or if I'm going to put food on the table or pay my rent. And these are decisions that most Americans during this affordability crisis are having to make every day. So really, they're leveraging Zirtue as a financial lifeline, and they go to the people they go to first and last for everything, which is friends and family. And what we're doing is we're just adding some transparency into this so that friends and family know that the money's being used for the intended purpose. The billers know that the money's coming in from Zirtue Pay. And this way they can avoid collections, negative impacts to their credit score, or service interruption. And that's really where the value comes in for Zirtue.
Right, because you hear a lot of times that, people, friends and family want to help, but there's also that old adage of money coming between friends.
That's right, that's right. And by the way, we tell people all the time at Zirtue, it's a bad idea to lend money between friends and family, but if you're going to use it, use a product like Zirtue because at least there's some transparency baked into that process. You set the terms, there's no interest, you decide how long you need to pay that loan back, whether it's 3 months, 6 months, 2 years. And we also do something that's really unique on Zirtue. We give those family members the option to forgive the loan as well. And so there's two things. You can't go into a bank or to a lender and get a bill pay loan. It just doesn't exist. And you can't walk into your bank and say, will you forgive my loan? It just won't happen, right? And so the other fun fact about Zirtue is 100% of our loans are insured by our partners and investors over at True Stage Insurance. And so if someone gets laid off or they become disabled, they can file a claim with True Stage Insurance, and True Stage will pay off the balance of that loan. So that's a groundbreaking product that no one else in the market has as well.
So here you go. We're just getting close to Christmas, and now you're thinking, what can I get this person, or what can I ask for? This is an option right here.
There you go.
And people can find this app where?
Zirtue.com. It's like virtue, but Zirtue with a Z, and we'll take care of the rest. So,
okay.
Yeah. And we're heading into that season now, too. So
Yes.
people overextend themselves every year around Christmas. So we always see a spike in loan requests during January, February.
All right. Well, thanks for the insight. Really great information.
No, thank you.
And I'm sure hopefully helping some people stay above water next year.